So I've been asked this question a lot lately. Hey, so I hear you're running for president or running for Congress, or you should run. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will one day. I'll run for something. But until that day happens, I want you guys watching this video, many federal employees out there who are going to run, enjoy this video. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. Anybody out there who's pissed off, anybody who's really upset at the fact that we have a tyrant, we have a felon as president, and by the way, it's your fault. All of you voted for this. But if you want to change it, yeah, you better damn run. But if you're going to run for president, one thing that you better do is have a spine. And more importantly, you better identify with all issues that will get you votes. And today I'm going to deal with Ukraine. So I'm going to give you a speech right now, as if I was the president, on May 30th, 2025. A very important speech that I would give on prime time. And if you watch this speech, I want you to understand some of the key points. That even though I identify as a Democrat, you would think, wow, not only with the MAGA base, which by the way, I don't really care what they think, but do I want their votes? Yes. But more importantly, the world and the American voters who would vote for me, I win the election. So again, enjoy the show, because this speech would be the speech I would give to the world on prime time. Here we go. American people, for the last 5 years, Russia and Vladimir Putin have been bullying the entire world. And the United States of America have stood by way too long. And the time for action has come. When Hitler invaded Europe, it took the Allies and it took brave Americans to go overseas and fight. Now, am I asking for that today from the American people? Not yet. Not yet. But I have a message for Vladimir Putin and for the world. Vladimir Putin and Russia, you have 54 hours. And yeah, 54 hours to get every man, woman, fighter out of Ukraine. You have exactly 54 hours from now. I have already called the Ukraine embassy. I've already called the Russian embassy. And more importantly, Vladimir Putin already has his message. 54 hours from now, if I don't see every Russian soldier out of Ukraine, out of those lands, if I don't see that action within 45 hours, we're going to send a missile strike and destroy every military base in Russia 100 miles from Kiev, starting the very first hour. I will launch salvos for 72 hours, destroying military base after military base, and proving that I can do it over and over and over again. I will not seek NATO's permission. I'm not seeking nobody's permission. We, by the United States of America, have always set forward our freedoms and our actions. Vladimir Putin might think this is a declaration of war. That's incorrect. Vladimir Putin, you declared war on the world when you attacked Ukraine. So I say again, 52 hours to get every man and woman fighter out of Ukraine. If this does not happen, you will see attacks, and the airstrikes will begin, and the airstrikes will continue until a time of my pleasing. This war will end, and we are going to end this war. And more importantly, we're going to arm Ukraine. More importantly, we're going to give them more tanks, more jets. And by the way, starting tonight, and by the way, I have a watch here, starting tonight at midnight, I've already warned Ukraine and Russia. The skies over Kiev are closed. Any more missiles that invade Ukraine will be reacted by a cruise missile attack by our cruisers in the area. We're going on the offense now. Now, does that mean, am I sending soldiers to die? No. It means that we're going to do everything possible to stop this war. And I have a message too to China, North Korea, or anybody else, Al Qaeda, anybody else in the world who wants to play games with our allies. The days have come and gone. We're no longer going to allow bullies in this country. We're not going to allow any bullies in the world. We stand for democracy and for our allies. We don't allow for unjust violence against people who are poor, people who deserve it, and more importantly, attack civilians. and the breaking of international law. So I, as President of the United States of America, I'm telling the world today that the Russians have 54 hours to get the hell out. If not, the airstrikes will begin, and the airstrikes will be fierce. And the airstrikes will not stop until a time of my picking, of my choice. And if there's a reaction from Moscow of an attack on an American base, then we will launch more airstrikes to include airstrikes in Moscow as well. I'm not going to allow any Americans to be attacked in this action as well. The time for inaction is over. President Joe Biden, I thought he was a great president. I have a lot of respect for that man. President Obama was a great president, but they made many mistakes. President Putin only respects power. President Putin laughs and laughed at Donald Trump, the previous president. Well, guess what? After this speech, President Putin is not laughing at me. American people, I will never allow anybody to hurt you. And again, these actions that I'm prepared to do, these airstrikes that will start again in 54 hours, and believe you me, they will be decisive, pinpoint strategy strikes, and more importantly, set forth to stop this war. Ukraine will not be attacked anymore. Americans, I will never let anybody hurt us or our allies. Never again. God bless America, and God bless the troops, and more importantly, God bless the world. Thank you. That would be exactly the speech I would give. Do you understand? Democrats, if you think you're going to win the votes of any election, playing politics and staying to the left of any issue, you're wrong. You have to show strength. And as an American, if you want to win any kind of election, you have to be that strong. So enjoy. That was my speech, a speech that I will give in prime time if I was president. God, leadership, where the hell has it gone nowadays? Tragedy, right? Slava Ukraini and Herom Slava. And God bless the United States of America.